Hello, this is Chris from the Cinema Sci-Fi Movie Podcast, back with a brand new reaction video today. This is for The Mummy, official trailer 1. This is the 2017 reboot of the Mummy franchise based on the Universal Monster series and The Mummy that came out in 1932 starring Boris Karloff. This is starring Tom Cruise and Russell Crowe, and this is the first film in the new Universal Monsters shared universe they're trying to kickstart. Clearly Marvel's inspired everyone recently. We had like Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 that really tried to push for a shared universe. Talks of a Ghostbusters 1 and a 21 Jump Street mixed with Men in Black. Loads of shared universes are cropping up as well as DC's, but this is the Universal Monster series, and I'm a big fan of those monster films that came out between the 20s and the 50s. The absolute classics like Frankenstein, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, all that good stuff. They are kind of the archetypal horror films, you know, it's your houses on the top of dark hills with a thunder crackle behind it and organ music playing. It really is that classic horror feel to it, and you really do get a great sense of atmosphere when you watch them, as well as fantastic practical effects and makeup effects on all those old actors that starred in it. This movie, I can tell, is going to be very, very different than that though, and I actually haven't read much about it. I don't really know what they're doing with it. I do know that it's going to be directed by Alex Kurtzman, and he's going to be the guy that they've kind of assigned to oversee all of these future movies coming out. For example, like I know that Russell Crowe's playing Dr. Jekyll in this movie, so they clearly want to spin off him in another film so he gets his own one. And I know that Van Helsing's going to crop up all through the places and they're doing a reboot of that. But I'm looking forward to it, and I think if done effectively, it could really, really work. The Mummy that I'm most familiar with, though, is the one that came out in the 90s with Brendan Fraser. I love those movies. They're some of my most guilty pleasure ones. The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. Forget that, what was it, The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, or whatever the third one was. That didn't happen. That was awful. But the first two, despite some very, very dated effects, I love those movies, and they come on the TV in the UK all the time. It's usually on a Sunday on ITV2, and if they're on, I always tend to catch a little bit of them. I do love those movies. But I am interested to see what they're going to do with this Mummy, and you know, if it's a success, then I'm looking forward to all the other monster movies coming out. However, with Alex Kurtzman directing, it doesn't fill me with much confidence. I think he's only directed one other movie before this, which I haven't seen, granted, but he's mostly a writer and a producer, and he's written such classics as Transformers, and Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and Amazing Spider-Man 2. And we'll get on to Transformers tomorrow because the new trailer's going up tomorrow. That's going to be an absolute doozy. But anyway, we're going to watch the trailer for The Mummy now. I'm going to talk much more about it afterwards, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with this, as well as the fact that I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan as well, so it's going to be great seeing him be the main character in it. So we're going to click play now. Be good if they did that, like the whole black and white thing, like at the start of Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. That'd be cool. They won't though. I can already tell they're going to action this one up a lot more, which you kind of have to. So I could already tell that Tom Cruise is playing it like he's already haunted by this thing, which is great. You got like that Transformers, like always at sunset light coming through the windows.
This is November 4, 09er. What the hell?
Oh shit. It's like the Crebain from The Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. There's any Tolkien fans watching this? Probably not. I like how this trailer's almost like a full scene. Like it's all the setup for it. Oh, come on, you're from Mission Impossible, you can shrug this one off. Oh. I think he's dead, guys. Oh. Ah, jump scare.
Welcome to a new world of gods
And monsters.
and monsters.
Yeah. Oh, that's Russell Crowe. Nice.
I saw her. She is real.
Female Mummy in this one. Okay.
Please meet Princess Amunet. She reclaimed.
She's the Enchantress from Suicide Squad to come to kill us all. Run! My god, it is actually the Enchantress. Okay, I'll check it out. It looks interesting. I hope it doesn't turn into just one like mad CGI fest at the end of Destruction, because that's really not what The Mummy is. I'm still talking... Right, okay, that's the end of the trailer. So let's talk about this one a bit. So obviously the formula of the classic Universal monster movies is not going to work in a film like this with today's audience. It really isn't. Yes, that did create some nice atmosphere back in the day, but you know, that was done in the 30s. We've moved on a lot since then. So you've got to make this accessible to a modern audience. That being said, I really hope it doesn't go way overboard with the CGI and the effects. It does look like it's an action movie, though. That is inherently what it is. They are not turning this into a horror film or anything like that. And to be fair, the Brendan Fraser Mummy films didn't either. They were very much set in stone as very tongue-in-cheek action-adventure movies, very much in a similar vein to sort of like the Indiana Jones films. And whereas that had the whole element of discovery and treasure hunting almost, and then uncovering the mummy along the way and having to defeat it, this looks like, you know, it's opening straight away. They've already got the sarcophagus. They're bringing it back, and that's when all hell breaks loose. It's very interesting that they're going with a female mummy. I didn't know they were doing that at all. And I'm not going to be one of those to say, like, oh, yeah, they have to do female versions of everything now, but it's a different approach. And with these kind of films, they are open to interpretation. We've seen a lot of these Universal monster movies recreated over the years. Some good, some bad. For example, I am like the only person who actually liked the Van Helsing movie with Hugh Jackman. It's a massive guilty pleasure movie for me. I believe it's the same director that did The Mummy, and that's probably why I like it. It was a fun movie to me. And then a couple of years ago, we had Dracula Untold with Luke Evans playing Dracula. I don't think that's tying in with these, though. I think they are going to go for a rebooted Dracula further down the line. They probably want to see how this one's going to do first. There's not really much to comment about on the trailer, really. We don't get a massive insight into it, but then again, this is only the first trailer. Tom Cruise is a very interesting choice for the main character, and I love Tom Cruise in all of his movies near enough. However, I never see him as a character. I always see him as Tom Cruise himself. Same goes for Russell Crowe, actually, very much. But I think that Russell Crowe probably has a little bit more range to him than Tom Cruise does. But I'm interested by it. I want to see further trailers. I just hope it doesn't go completely overboard with the CGI and the action, because I think that will detract from what makes The Mummy great in the first place. I do like the element of that discovery and the exploration and then uncovering some hidden secret, but if they are going to cover that at the beginning of this film, that's fantastic. But I do like how the first part of this trailer really was almost just like a setup, like you were watching a scene from the movie of the plane crash happening, which is nice to see. Definitely interested by this one, but I do want to wait until I see more. So that'll do it for my reaction to The Mummy official trailer 1. Be sure to comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought of this trailer or any of the previous incarnations on the Mummy films. Please do let me know what your favourite is. In terms of what's coming up on the channel, we are now officially in Star Wars month. In anticipation for Rogue One, the bulk of our content will be all Star Wars themed. We've just uploaded a top 10 list of directors we would like to see take on a Star Wars movie, and there'll be plenty more along the way. So please do hit that subscribe button. There'll be more reactions from me, more movie reviews from me, and until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.